Hello, world. And today's show is for everybody, including me. Okay, I was looking at some of the medicine my doctor gave me, and no bad things against my doctor or nothing like that, but I I look at this. We see these commercials. We have all this different kinds of medicine that does this for you and does that for you, but it causes this and it causes that, and and we all take it. Even though we don't know the after effects of it in the future, but I get a cholesterol pill, and it can cause nausea, this and that, and all this stuff. And I don't understand why that people can promote a drug that will help you on one thing and give you another. It's just something that just blows my mind when I hear about the drug companies, and they charge so much for so many things, like you know treating people for cancer, treating people for different diseases. I mean, now take me. I got a sinus infection. I had to take uh, 750 milligrams of antibiotic. Well, I remember when I was young, I used to go to the doctor, and I get a cold, I get the flu. They just give me a shot, and wipe it out. It'd take a day or two, and it'd be gone. Today, they want to pill you to death. They want to give you pills for this, pills for that, and pills for this. I mean, even when you go to the doctor, there's so many things that when they find it, they want to treat it with a pill. Or like if I went to the doctor with a sinus, I did go. I'd rather have a shot, penicillin. Remember penicillin? It used to work so good on us when we get cold, and I know that diseases can get to the point that it just overcome all this medicine, because it's got immune to, like, penicillin, get immune to stuff like that. But I just don't understand why you can't get a shot like you used to, and just take care of the issue instead of you got to take this 12 days. One a day, 12 days. It can cause ulcers. It can cause digestive problems. It can make you have a fit, or it can, I mean, just all this different medicine, and we all take it. And we have these other issues, I mean, my dad-in-law told me one time, when I had a operation and I had appendix took out, stuff like that. And he told me, he said, when they cut on the outside, that's fine. But when they start cutting on the inside, that's when it begins to be, a problem. That's when when you go have an operation, and just say heart trouble or whatever it might be, or prostate problems and all that. They have to put you to sleep, and you're it's a major operation is what I'm getting at. And but you have to do something sometimes. You can't just blow it out because it's still coming on you. Like last night, I woke up, my knees was hurting real bad, and they told me I might have to operate on them, but I put it off, and they don't bother me as bad now. And of course, my back's bothers me and stuff like that. They give me I got a bad shoulder. They give me a pill for that, and it causes this and that and the other stuff. Or, but they give me a shot, and it worked better than the pills. But in the shoulder, you get these problems. The older you get, your shoulders start falling apart. It's like a car. I mean, the older the car, the more problems you're going to have with it. You fix one thing, there comes another. And I mean, it's basically in this world today. It's pills for this, pills for that, and I just don't like the fact taking so many pills. I had a dad-in-law. I mean, that sucker had a big old box. He's dead now. But and a lot of times we don't take care of ourselves, and we could take the pill. I mean, like high blood pressure. If we watch what we eat, if we, kind of get more exercise, which I can't say about that. I don't get exercise. If we do more than that, it would help our heart, and it would help our blood pressure. Now, there's some kind of herbs sometimes you can take that will help you. It won't help, but they have an after effect. The sleep aid stuff that they give you, I take that and they give me this promise with my stomach. I never could tell whether it helped me sleep or not because it caused me stomach problems, so I quit taking it. And then I go to the store and I get a bunch of Tylenol PM, and it makes it worse on me. So I just have to forget about it and just go to sleep. But most of the time the problem with sleeping is because you got too much on you. You're doing too much, or you can't get your mind clear when you lay down. And I tell you, TV and the iPhone, the iPad, and all that. If we stay on that too much, that's what happens, and it gets us kind of nerved up. And I know the guy, he's a multi-millionaire, and he was helping that, and he would get on the treadmill every night. He told me I run on the treadmill 30 minutes every night because it takes care of the stress. And my ex-wife used to take me and walk me for miles, and I felt better. I did. I felt better. My blood pressure was better. But today we depend on the pills. We don't watch out what we eat, what we do, and what we do to our body. And then we have to get those pills. We go get them pills, and a lot of times they cause more problems than we had when we took them. I just kind of on the health thing today. I hope Robert Kennedy can get us straightened out. And of course, he's a health nut. I see him, doing push-ups in a gym, working out. And I'd say he's healthy. But I have seen people that, like these bodybuilders, they take steroids, and in the long run, you take Arnold Schwarzenegger. In the long run, you might have all them muscles and all that kind of stuff, but the insides is falling apart. And the older you get, your heart can fail you because of taking steroids. Steroids is a bad thing for you. They give you steroid shots. They used to give you steroids or a cold or whatever. They just give you penicillin. And that's what I'm saying. The pills, even a dog or a cat, you take them to the doctor, they give them pills. And you try to give your dog a pill, that's the hardest thing you can do sometimes. Now, I got Punky, my co-host, he will swallow a pill if I tell him I put it in his mouth, say swallow it, he would. I wish he'd let me brush his teeth, but he won't. But there's just so much things going on health-wise, and like this COVID, what we had, we took all these shots. A lot of people a lot of people's resistance didn't go with the shot. It wasn't saying that it didn't work on some people, but it worked on other people in the opposite direction. And I'm not getting into telling nobody to take one. You do what you want to. I got the COVID, and they told me, the doctor told me, he said, move around a lot. Keep your lungs. So if you get the COVID and you don't sit around, get your little exercise that helps your lungs. And when I had it, I would check my oxygen level, and it stayed pretty good because I kept walking and I'd do stuff. And it was in the wintertime, of course, and I'd walk around and in my house. I'd go from the dining room all the way into the kitchen, from the kitchen down to the living room, and just make a circle. That's what I did. And I did that too when I got the operation, prostate operation too. And it made me, if you have an operation, it made me avoid maybe have a blood clot. If you have an operation, you're supposed to walk around some, exercise, keep it from your blood from clotting up. And I did that, and I never took a shot. And I got the COVID one time. Not saying I can't get it again. But I made it through. With God's help, I made it through, and it was a flooring thing. It didn't feel good, I'll tell you that. But keep exercising if you do get it, because it keeps your oxygen level up and keeps you from losing oxygen in your body, because when you exercise, I mean, we can get sick and lay down and give it up, but always try to get up and fight it with exercise, stuff like that. But back to the pills, we got too many pills for too many things. I feel like that the drug companies are overdoing it. I feel like they're overpricing. And I hope Donald Trump does some of this for the seniors. I hope that they get their deduction on prescriptions. And I take an acid pill once in a while. I'm gonna give the medical people, the insurance company, a plug. I have a medical insurance with my, but it's quite expensive. I get my teeth fixed. As a man, I get my teeth fixed. I get, if I need them or cleaned, I get great deals, on medicine now. But it's still, for those that are real sick, medicine is too high. I think we need to control the drug companies and what they're doing. And, this man got killed. He didn't deserve that, but we have a lot of crooked insurance companies that don't, you take these people in Florida and North Carolina, every insurance company that was insuring their homes and everything are looking for a way to cheat them out of it. It's always pay us on time, but when you need, not every insurance company, but I'm just saying, there's things that, like in disasters like that, they will not pay. And people, they have all this fine print and they get out of paying people. Like down in Florida and all the places where they had that disaster. And our government needs to they need to investigate all the insurance companies and make sure that they take care of the people that need it. If you pay that payment every month, they should be paying you back for what you paid for. I mean, it's like an insurance on a car or anything. The insurance company is one of the richest people in this market. I mean, a lot of people the agent gets a good cut out of it, but I have a pretty good agent that does my stuff for my health insurance. He calls me and he checks up with me. Like I said, it's Amanda. And he does a lot of following up with me. He ain't like some of these guys that won't follow up with you. You know, some of these insurance companies let your policy drop to get out of paying you for your what you deserve in your insurance. And all these pills they give you, now when you go to the drugstore, you need to look for a better way or look for a better plan, see if you can get your drugs a little cheaper. Of course, some of them is going to cause you other problems as I was talking about. Now, this might be boring to you, but I'm telling you, if you will follow up with all these insurance companies, what they're doing to you, and giving you all these pills and looking up the after effects, when a doctor gives you something, you need to go and look up your after effects, because when you look it up, you have one of those problems, then you need to quit taking it and go and tell your doctor that you would like to have something else that wouldn't cause that. Of course, it seems to me most all medicines here cause after effects. I was taking a pill, Ambien, and that make you sleep good, but I felt it don't work with everybody the same way. See, all drugs don't work. I mean, you might take one thing and it might not help you, but another person has the same problem, takes a pill, and it helps them. Everybody ain't the same. That's why they say if you're going to have convulsions, you're going to have seizures and all that. You could have seizure, you could do this. It could cause cancer. What the crap you want to take something like that for? But if you feel like you need it and you want to take the risk, go ahead and take it. That's the way I look at it. But I don't want to take none. I'm already crazy enough. I don't have to have a seizure. I don't want to start having seizures from what I take. But I'm just going over the points, and taking medicine, taking pills. I never have asked my doctor to give me a shot for a cold or anything, but I can remember back in the 70s and in the 80s that my doctor would give me a shot when I had a cold. I'd go over there, all stop the coughing my head off and all that, give me a little cough medicine, give me a shot of penicillin, and a day or two is all gone. And I was out of work on account of it, and that's what people have to, if they can get a quicker cure, it's better, because they have a job they have to work on and draw a check every week. We get sick, it puts us behind. And I just wish they'd go back to giving you shots for cold and stuff like that, and the flu like they used to when you get sick with a cold. And of course, I don't see where that anybody should have to take anything but the law, make you like they did on the COVID. Of course, I'm hoping I'll never hear about that again. I hope people don't catch that and it gets started again. It was a man-made disease anyway. I don't know the issues about it, but it wasn't a nice thing that happened to American people. And just think of the people who couldn't afford that, or in other countries they couldn't get a shot. They just like I said, a COVID shot might kill me because of my system, and then you might take one and it might knock it out and never bother you again. That's the risk we take when we take medicine. We take all these different pills, and I try not to get it. I have to get a shot in my arm because it messed up, and don't ever get a bad rotor cuff in your arm. It's a bad thing. It hurts like crap, man. But it's just mind-boggling that you can take something and it causes you to have other issues. And don't forget now, when you get the medicine, look it up. Go on Google and look it up and see the after effects of it. And see if before you start taking it. But do like your doctor says, and if you have an issue, tell him, look, this don't work for me. It's causing this other problems, and I don't need these other problems. I believe that people should talk to the doctor and work with the doctor. And we have some good doctors out there, and then you got some quacks too. But everybody seems to take a pill for everything. Like poor Elvis, he took a pill to wake up, he took a pill to go to sleep, he took a pill for this, a pill for that. And he just overloaded himself with all this drugs in it. Just messed him up big time, I mean, the man was miserable, I'd say, because he had to take some of that stuff. And of course, it just locked his whole bowels down and all that, taking so many different drugs. Constipation is a issue with a lot of different pills you take. Nausea, they cause headaches. There's just a lot of things that it can cause. I don't know exactly what I got on all this. I just hate to see everybody spend money to get a cure and they get a extra problem. And I just thought I'd bring that up today and talk to people about it. I remember a friend of mine back when I was 18-year-old. He had cancer, leukemia, and he would take chemotherapy, and his hair, he could reach up, get a hold of his hair, and just pull it out. Just wads of it. And it finally killed him. It didn't do any good. Chemo kills all the good cells, I understand, and it kills the bad and the good. I have a friend that had chemo all the time, and he had cancer of the throat, got in his stomach, and just a hard way to get by with something like that. Now, he's still doing good. The Lord is merciful unto him. He's still working, doing things, but he gets feeling bad, and I wouldn't wish no disease like that on my worst enemy. And I wonder if Joe takes a pill for Alzheimer's. I just wonder. Poor Joe, I bet he takes a lot of pills. But maybe he just takes the shots, But I'm just kind of kidding around with you. I hope Joe Biden lives to be 100-year-old. I have no problem with him after he gets out of office. Not now. I still have a problem with him. But he's human. He's flesh. He has his hard times, I guess, bad times. I don't like to put people down because they're old. because I get old. I don't like to make fun of someone falling or stumbling, like people, the media done. Joe, I just don't see that because, sometimes your joke turns out on you, or your fun turns around on you. I just want everybody to know about the pills, what I think about them, and talk about how that they can cause more problems, and always be vigilant about looking up the after effects on all these different drugs, and I just think it's a way to make more money and drag the sickness on a little longer. I really do that. In some cases, I believe that's what it is. I mean, my thyroid was supposed to be high. You give me a pill, I didn't take none, and the sucker's level now. So I didn't have the problem really. I just had the problem of taking the pills, and I didn't take the suckers, and my thyroid is fine. I think everybody, when they go to the doctor, needs to get 2 or 3 different opinions where they take all these different drugs, all these different pills to get rid of things that may be hazardous to your health. Now, God bless all you people. Watch out for those pills.
The views and opinions expressed on all Talkin Live presentations are those of the host and their guests, and not necessarily those of the staff or management of the Talkin Live TV broadcast studio, or by this channel or its management.